Jesus entered the temple area and proceeded to drive out those who were selling things, saying to them, "It is written, 'My house shall be a house of prayer,' but you have made it a den of thieves." And every day he was teaching in the temple area. The chief priests, the scribes, and the leaders of the people, meanwhile, were seeking to put him to death. But they could find no way to accomplish their purpose, because all the people were hanging on his words. The Gospel of the Lord. We have here in the Gospel of today, in Luke chapter 19, two little words, too few lines to understand what was really going on. You see? Only just with one line we said, Jesus entered the temple area and proceeded to drive out those who were selling things. This is huge. I think you can understand that the temple is a sacred place, and Jesus is only a young man, just turned 30. So he's not a priest, he's not a Pharisee, he's only a rabbi, a young rabbi. He's not one of the elders. So that's why they ask him, by which authority do you do this? So of course they thought, this man is crazy. He's just mad. He's a mad young man who thinks that he is the Son of God. Imagine that. So Jesus was facing all these. And nothing stopped him, because he really went there and cast them all out. As if I came here and take this table, and turn it upside down. So I want you to put yourself in that situation where this event so serious happened. We just read, fast, and it seems that it's nothing, because it's Jesus doing, so for us it's not a problem, but it was a big problem. It's because in the temple there is something that is the temple that is sacred. Inside of that there is something that is not sacred. There is something that contaminates the temple. That's why Jesus is so strong. That's why he says that is required a fight. In fact, it is required a fight to take out from our souls some kind of behaviors. Because, yes, we are the temple. Every one of us is the temple of God. Is the real temple. In fact, when Jesus talks about the temple, that temple of Jerusalem, he's also referring to himself by saying, "Destroy this temple, and I will rebuild in 3 days." So the temple is our soul. We are the temple. And inside of our temple sometimes abide things that are not worthy of that temple. So first of all, exactly the same thing that Jesus is trying to drive out, which is love for money. Well, love for money is a general idea, and inside of that, please put all that it means, which is love for human things, which is trusting not the providence of God, but trusting material things, trusting myself, after all, thinking that if I accumulate money, I can be safer. The problem is not money. We said this many times. The problem is love for money. So when you really want to do anything, you would do anything to accumulate more. And yes, we know that this is very dangerous. For us Christians, it's needed to be free from love of money. To use money just because we need for the good things that we need to do, above all for our family, also for ourselves, of course. But never, never love of money, which is one of the main things that the devil uses to bring us towards him. Let me add one more thing that needs that fight, and that is pride. So today I only want to put here on this table love for money and pride. Why pride? The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is love for myself. And when this love for myself reaches the highest level, that is pride. Pride is the sin of all the sins. It's really the original sin. Because it is the first sin that was committed. It's the sin of Lucifer. You remember the words that are not of the Bible. These words don't belong to the Bible. These words belong to John Milton's Paradise Lost. And are the words of Lucifer saying, this angel in heaven, ready to go to hell, saying, it's better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. This is the essence of pride. And this is present. This is present in our temple, in the temple that we are, and in order to take it out, it takes a fight. Just like the fight that Jesus was ready to do to drive out the sellers from the temple. And it costed Jesus a lot. It costed his authority with the elders. In that day, he lost all the respect that he might get from the Pharisees. He didn't pay attention to that. He was fighting because to remove that love for money inside of the temple was important. So, every cost, Jesus is saying, you need to pay, you need to be ready to pay in order to achieve, to clean your temple, our temple, from love for money, for human things, and pride. These two things have to be at the center of our battle every day. And when you think that you did it, that you are through, but well, maybe you are just beginning, because this is a fight that you need to fight all life long.